Hello, hello, hello. It is Moonshine Oracle with a little check-in of sorts. Just before I got this started, One for the Money by Escape the Fate. Loud and clear on the Spotify list. If you will. And to me, that I'll post that song on my community board sometime during the day. And before I go any further, disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos because I will not be dealing with anybody's triggered, unhealed bullshit. Get it, got it good, and moving on. This energy is insane. It's giving 9/11, back when 9/11 happened, only this time the chaos is worldwide. Is I see what they're trying to do so bad, and it's to give an excuse to declare this thing called martial law. They're pushing for it so bad. But it's like, I've been seeing this for years. But my thing is this, karmic energy, if you will, if they are in power, they're losing their grip. And if it's one thing I know about a narcissistic person will potentially kill if it means keeping their secrets hidden. Anything that can damage their reputation and stuff like that, yeah, they'll a person. I mean, it just doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. It really don't. But my thing is this, these energies are causing blockages and stuff like that because for some reason, my road that gets me to the interstate the fastest, it is blocked by like some weird maintenance crew or something of that sort. I don't know what they're doing. I just know that they're doing it. So there could be a lot of blockages and stuff like that, but when I hear the song, like when you listen to the song One for the Money, if you will, somebody here is getting ready to go out with a bang, no pun intended. Like, a lot of karmic energies are getting ready to go out with a bang, and I'm not, like, this isn't funny. It just isn't funny. Because those who have a purpose to fulfill, they're being detoured in a manner of speaking. But like those who have a purpose, an anointed calling and stuff like that, like they are being rerouted so that way they can stay on course. And those who are not meant to be part of the path, not meant to be part of the purpose, they're trying to do what they can to block the path, to block the purpose, because they don't want things to change for themselves. And I don't know why people get so up in arms about this. And a lot of it stems from jealousy. Like, let's just get that out there. A lot of that really does stem from jealousy. It's like, why this person and not me? I am faithful. I am more of service. It's one of those things. Like, I do this. I do that. I serve in the church. I'm there every day. It's bullshit. Like, it's 3D world material bullshit that just does not matter. It does not matter. We don't get to tell God who to use. God just uses who God wants to use, and that's just that on that. It's not up for debate. It is not up for argument. So why people get so fucking pissy about it, it's just mind-boggling to me. But the people who get pissy about it are the ones causing all the, like, they're the ones who claim to be God's most faithful of servants. And it's like, but y'all are causing all these problems. But there's some people that fully believe that if you fulfill your purpose, their life is going to fall apart. And it's like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Like, what is wrong with y'all? That's my question. What in the Sam Hill does someone fulfilling their purpose, their calling, pursuing their passions, what does that have to do with you? It shouldn't have anything to do with you. It shouldn't. Like, your life should not fall apart, and the only way your life would fall apart is if you made a deal with the devil. The only way your life is going to fall apart like that is if you made a deal with the devil to block a certain person in the name of monetary gain. That's the only way your life is going to fall apart. And I hate to say it, but some folks are just meant to serve Satan. They are. But again, what does somebody else fulfilling their purpose have to do with you? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be morbid or anything, but if you cause enough problems, you gonna get sat down. And what kills me is a lot of times you receive some type of warning that, hey, you need to sit it on down and be quiet. Sit it on down and be quiet. Look at what happened to Kirk, for God's sakes. People told him he was not welcome at that school in Utah. My understanding is there was a petition going around. Do not bring his ass here. And what did he do? He brought his ass there. I don't know who shot him, but I have a good idea as to why, and I ain't gonna talk about it here. There's too many people who think that because they are in with a person or a group that they're not expendable. Oh, baby. Because this is something I have been getting for a while. Expendable assets getting expended. Pawns on a chessboard, if you will. I mean, hello. Hello. And the reason I know how narcs work like they do is because I was raised by one. I know the patterns. I know the signs. I don't need to tap into my third eye to recognize a goddamn pattern. When you look at history, history often repeats itself. But no one thinks to read. No one thinks to learn. When it's time for an expendable asset to be expended, oh, trust me, they gonna do a lot. One for the money. A lot. That song, if you will, is a way of saying go big or keep your ass at home. But karmic energies losing their grip and karmics being karmics, believe me when I say they is doing a lot. They're doing a lot. Is it overkill? Yeah. Necessary? No. If anything, it is the height of unnecessary. It's bullshit, really. Now, my thing is this: when you are worried about a house that is not yours to deal with, you low-key deserve the shitstorm you going through. Feeling entitled to a person's money, resources, and all that jazz is fine and dandy until you find out that they don't have enough to be tossing around like confetti. Yeah. It's like the belief that everybody and their mama that comes from a little bit of wealth has a trust fund, and it's like, no. They'll low-key give us some of the groundwork to establish ourselves and keep ourselves above, our heads above water, if you will, but we don't have a trust fund. Just because we are able to pay our shit ourselves does not mean we have money to freely give. We have maintenance, we have bills, and God knows what else, just like everybody else. But when you are trying to make it off the backs of others, you low-key deserve the karmic blowback you're dealing with. So believe me when I say it's well-deserved. Because Pharaoh has been told to let the Hebrews go for the last 3 fucking years. The message has been loud and clear. Let God's people go. Refusing to let go has consequences, because too many, more folks than you think are in alignment with Pharaoh. They are not in alignment with the Hebrews. They are in alignment with Pharaoh. Anybody who is with Pharaoh is going to fall with Pharaoh. Dead ass. I mean, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Because what kills me is no matter the blockages you cause, the one for the money type antics, you think you're stopping something. You really think you're doing something, but you're not. You think you're doing something, but you're not. That look at me. That has consequences. Pride really does go before the fall. It was really fucked up, as I was getting a lot of energy for the sign of Libra for the last 3-4 weeks, but it's like, okay. I would look in the mirror and I would see like a man's face over mine, and the eyes bunched together and stuff like that. But looking back, it's like this was Charlie Kirk I was picking up on the whole time. But the thing is, it's like he was trying to overshadow my energy every time I looked in the mirror. So it makes me wonder if he was into some shit in secret. Because if it's one thing I know about a man who is not accomplished in terms of book smarts, they spend a shit ton of time trying to make it the world's problem. No one pushes for women to be held back in school like a man who just cannot cut it. Dead ass. No one pushes for that harder than a man who just cannot cut it. He can be a millionaire in his own name and own right, but when it comes to a woman being more educated, more successful, oh, they lose their fucking minds. God, they lose their minds. Because my sister's always taken like small jabs at me, because out of all kids on my mama's side, like our immediate line, if you will, I'm the first one to have a bachelor's. A degree. My God. Woo. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Like, even though my degree is one of the most useless things in the Birmingham area, it still upsets folks that I have one. And it's like, I don't go around saying I'm better than others because I went to college. I have to roll up my sleeves and go to work just like everybody else. The people that are saying that I'm a stuck-up snob, that's them saying that. That's how they feel. And it's like, I'm sorry that people went out of the way to make you feel as such. But that's what happens when you are talking like you come from the back of a trailer park. That's what happens. When you present yourself in an uncouth type of manner, trust me, that's what people will label you as. Because even though I am from a wealthy family on my mama's side, the fact that I come from the hometown that I come from, believe me when I say I am immediately labeled as lesser than. Small towns do not command the respect that cities do. When you come from a small town, no one knows who the fuck you are unless you are a big time donor within the city area. They ain't gonna know who you are. But eventually they learn who you are because they see you spending a chunk of change. Every now and then they see you donate at a hospital. And then they shut the fuck up. Because there's proof that we are who we say we are and stuff like that. There's proof. But no one will give you shit like the wannabes and the pretenders. Because you didn't make the same choice as them. You are to be humbled and excommunicated and so on down that line. And it's just like, yeah, fuck you too. I failed accounting twice in college, and here I am in financing. Imagine that. In order to be an officer in the United States Armed Forces, you have to have a 4-year degree. So there's that. There's something. If you want to be a pilot in the military, you can only do that if you are an officer. Yeah. I would know. I'm the daughter of one. There's that. There's a lot of people I know who did not let their circumstances control them, and they command my utmost respect. When I say they picked themselves up and they hauled some ass, buddy, they picked themselves up and they hauled some ass. And I respect that. That is the type of hustle and grind I can respect. But this bullshit of the behind the scenes, sabotaging somebody's work, I don't respect that. A smear campaign to ruin their reputation, I don't respect that. Because what kills me is the same people who disrespect me in that type of regard, guess what? You blacklisted. If you have a charity you're raising funds for, I will not be there. I won't be there. If I find out it's you who's trying to get me fired from my job, trust me, it ain't gonna be pretty. It is not gonna be pretty. Trying to turn my life upside down because you don't know how to be at peace. Oh, honey, restraining order immediately. You're trying to make up a bunch of false receipts and claims to get me investigated and or arrested. Oh no, that is not consequence free, honey. Because not only are you looking at a false report, you're looking at stalking, you're looking at harassment, you're looking at slander, you're looking at my God, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Defaming one's character. But not only that, if you submitted false evidence, now you have tampering with evidence on your head too. Again, that's not consequence free. Okay? And there's an agent that has been following me around for years. He's got the, oh, fuck, look on his face. I can feel his ass cringing right now. Hi, Pookie. Asshole. You did not just call me Schnookums. Jesus. Hey, fucker. You know I'm innocent. So why don't you do your job accordingly? That'd be great. You've had how many years to close this thing out, and you still have it open. So what the hell's up? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Let's see, you're either the one that I keep seeing with the trench coat with the reddish brown hair, or you're the one with the dark brown hair, blue eyes. I'm not in the mood to figure out which one is which any further. My advice is to close this shit out. Or better yet, if something happens to my person on your watch, it's going to be you in trouble. But with that, bye.